So as you guys can see, we have 205 on the bar, and we're gonna squat that for the first time in about, I don't know, it's been at least years, but I've been doing 195. Normally I would take a 5-pound jump, but I'm feeling good today. I'm really getting my back aligned properly. Everything feels like it should, so we're gonna try 205. Still pretty light, but it's more than I've done in years on squats, so at least a year. Alright guys, what's going on? So we're going to get into this voiceover before I head back out to go make some more cash. Just woke up from a nap and we've got some coffee here. I didn't actually do any cardio or shave my entire body on this off day like I wanted to. I think I mentioned that in a little vlog I did that's going to be after these squat sets. But about these squat sets, this is the first time I've squatted over 200 pounds on a back squat in probably, I think, like 16 months or more, maybe 15 months. So I herniated a disc in my back last December of like 15 months ago. And it was probably a month before that I had squatted probably 315 or something like that. So these are the heaviest squats I've done in over a year. And here you can see them, what I think is past parallel on the majority of the reps. But because squatting ass to grass bothers my hip, I'm gonna start upping the weight a little quicker, or at least cutting range of motion above ass to grass, which will let me squat heavier and hopefully save my hip. So this angle is, I think, really disadvantageous to that shot of me looking like I'm going below parallel, so we can see here. So again, not the deepest I've squatted, so we'll have to visit that. I was using 205 for the first time, so maybe I felt like I was going deep enough because I felt like really challenged at the bottom. So I thought I was going all the way, but clearly I wasn't. And I just had my buddy Scott watch my back on these sets. He was literally there on Sunday doing some shoulder work. He's actually the subscriber I met like the first week into moving here. We filmed a pretty cool video and we have a couple workout videos together, but it was a leg video at Armburst. And Scott's a really cool guy. He's become my best friend out here, and I have nothing to complain about having my training partner or someone I've trained with who I like to train with there on a Sunday. It's pretty dope. So 8 sets of squats with 205. Crazy PR. My lower back is definitely tired. My legs are definitely moderately sore, not really that sore at all. But all I did this day was these squats, and then I supersetted leg curls and extensions, just like 2 and 3 sets of extensions, 3 sets of curls. So 2 and 3, I barely did extensions, and then I just did calves. I didn't do anything else. So that's a good shot at going below parallel, I think. But that was it, guys. Just 30-40 minutes of squatting, 10 minutes of accessory work in calves, maybe 15. And this is squat form I'm really happy with. I'm trying to keep my body perfectly straight right before I squat and squat over that bar path. So you can see my knees having to go forward and my ass just really lowering between my heels, and that is what I think is really good high bar form. If you guys disagree, comment below, and I'm sure I'll get to your comments in the next video. But before we watch these last 2 sets, let's go into YouTube and see what you guys have to say. Machines, one negative is another man's positive. I might prefer to target a muscle while allowing another to rest. That's the beauty of isolation. Sure, I guess you're trying to distinguish between a negative connotation with machines and a positive one, as if it can work for everyone or for someone who wants to use it. And sure, I'm not going to disagree with that. It's great for muscle building, but you haven't talked about joint health, joint specificity, joint range of motion. You're just saying targeting a muscle. Again, fitness isn't I'm targeting this muscle to work this muscle. Fitness is more about body health, performance, things like that. So I'm not arguing, like I said in the last video, about building muscle. I'm arguing about what's healthy, what's more natural, what's something you should do in the gym that's going to benefit you outside of the gym as well, like being strong on a free movement. I don't know why you'd prefer to do isolation work when compound movements that use a bicep and your back can still develop your bicep fully or stimulate it fully, versus just doing biceps or just doing some sort of machine row where you try not to use your bicep. It's okay to train multiple muscles at once, and if you're finding that your muscles are sore from isolation work, then maybe consider combining some of your isolation work into a compound movement like your shoulder and arm day. Maybe you could just do standing overhead press for 6 to 8 sets before, and then you won't have to worry so much about isolation. You'll already be hitting everything pretty well. What do you think about DECA being 10 times more damaging to the blood vessels? I honestly have heard something like that, but I haven't done research on it, and I don't think like a TRT actual dose is really going to cause that. I had the same thing. It was going crazy for 3 weeks, just the same routine. It went away. Don't waste your money by going anywhere. Yeah, honestly, today's the first time in like 5 to 6 days where it hasn't twitched most of the day. So I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, that's so weird, and I hope it just goes away because I don't want to have a problem like this in general. I don't think a PT could help. Yeah, agreed. Potassium and taurine, or even up the salts. I actually brought my salts down for a while because my blood pressure was a little high and I was adding a lot of salt to my food. After my triceps started twitching, I bought a big sack of potatoes, cooked all of them, bought like 8 bananas, ate all of them, bought berries, and started resalting my food. And it still didn't make the problem go away. I mean, it's gone now, but it's not like that. I mean, it's very, very likely that that's just a coincidence. So if you're eating a 3,000–4,000 calorie diet in America, in the US, it's very unlikely that you're like deficient in sodium. So last question, you ever tried Tren? Yeah, when I competed for the first time, that's the first time I ever took it. 300 per week for like 8 weeks, I think. And it was right before I did my 2015 Gold Coast Classic, which I won the overall in. And yeah, first time using it, best thing ever. Second, third, fourth, fifth time using it, it starts to really mess with your head because you learn what you went through and you learn from the mistakes you've made, and you like relive things and you kind of judge things differently knowing when you're on it versus when you just try it and you don't really notice it, you're fine. But as you start to have it build up in your system, doing it multiple times, feeling the effects, it's almost like subconscious. You spend 8 weeks like getting leaner and dying from the diet and like you feel terrible. And you don't really attribute anything to what you're taking because it's all new. But once you know what it's like to starve, once you know what it's like to eat those meals and have refeed days, and once you learn how you feel doing that off of it, when you start taking it again and prepping again, you're like, oh shit, here it comes. And it's like a shitstorm of side effects. Mostly you feel them, you feel mentally different, you feel physically different, your sleep is worse. So it's almost like you give yourself anxiety or give yourself like a chip on your shoulder, some sort of feeling, and you notice it, and it's not very pleasant. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Next workout, hopefully tomorrow, if the tricep is good, we'll be hitting a lot of bench. So the idea is to keep progressing on bench without getting any shoulder problems, any elbow problems, living the life I'm living. So cheers to that. It's time to go.
The last thing I want to do is miss a message or miss a check-in, but there hasn't been any issues so far.
All right, guys, checking in on Monday afternoon. So it's a beautiful, beautiful Monday here in Colorado, and didn't work out this morning. Had my bag here, so just in case I wanted to train, I could. But this is actually my first time stepping in the door today, and honestly, after yesterday's leg session, I'm wrecked. I'm sure I talked about it in the voiceover and answered some questions, but that leg workout was really, really good. I had my buddy Scott there with me to just give me an eye and let me know how he thinks things look, because obviously I can see exactly how my form looks on camera. So I'm happy with it, but it's always good to get advice from another lifter to know. I gotta take care of that laundry, but it's always good to get advice from another lifter, especially someone whose knowledge you respect, who you see lifts properly with good form, good intensity, and who on top of that has a good physique. So Scott and I got to train a little bit yesterday morning. We went out Friday night, so Friday and Saturday just took it easy, and Sunday was lifting day. So 8 sets of squats at 205 I'm very happy with, because that's the strongest I've been. My lower back is definitely, I wouldn't say the herniated disc hurts at all, but if you're a moderate squatter with moderate volume and moderate weight, and then you go in and you hit a PR on volume, I think more often than not, your lower back and your back in general is gonna be sore or tight. So I have a little bit of soreness in my quads, a little bit in my glutes and calves, but my lower back is definitely worked. So yeah, just updating you guys on how that feels. Tricep has started twitching less, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna jinx it. Hopefully I don't have to go to a chiropractor or go get multiple massages because they're so expensive, but they do feel great. But it's only 1:45, so I'm at least gonna drive out on the road until like 3:30. Let me check the time again. Crazy cats. So yeah, 1:53. So I'm gonna wrap this little vlog up and we'll be in the gym tomorrow. So like I said, I didn't want to necessarily train today because I'm tired from yesterday, and any day I take off from training, I can make videos, I can do cardio, I can stretch, and I can drive my ass off. So since it's Monday, all the clients are caught up with. New client signed up yesterday, Nick. Very excited for you and your diets. So I'll be touching base with you all week as we get going. But other than that, guys, I'm very tired from driving all day. Can't wait to come home, do some cardio, eat some food, eat some proteins, take a little break, even though I'll probably be working from home. Take a driving break, because driving does get tiring, but everything feels great. Legs and back are worked, so tomorrow we're gonna hit upper, and then maybe Wednesday or Thursday we'll get back to lower, and then Friday or Saturday we'll get back to upper, and hopefully we can keep making some gains. And I'm definitely gonna start, now that I've been relaxing on the protocol and the food pretty much all of March, I may start bringing in some new things, maybe some YK11, some MK677, some peptides. I don't know about any more anabolics just because I like being on TRT. I feel like I'm gonna live longer and be healthier. So maybe make some diet adjustments, maybe make some cardio adjustments, bring in some new, just little peptides and stuff like that. But I'll update you guys. YouTube is not demonetizing me for talking about performance enhancing legal substances or prescription ones that are legal if you have a prescription. So far so good on that tip, but watch me just jinx myself on that too. So anyways, time to work. Can small portions of fruits be incorporated in my diet? Of course, Nick. Of course they can, especially post-workout and with your morning carb meals. It's actually when you should do them. So, like I said, guys, I'm gonna get busy and be back soon for some cardio. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Yeah, thank you guys for all the comments on the tricep. Literally, I'm lolling reading them. But yeah, that's an interesting insight saying it's nervous system related or overuse related. Someone said it's probably overuse from benching too much or doing the same exact thing over and over, which is a really good insight into what it could possibly be. But I mean, we walk all the time and we don't get like crazy twitches in our legs. But I mean, I understand the logic. So yeah, I could see that. Deloading more, massaging it more, doing less sets on bench and maybe more overhead press and tricep stuff just to work the muscle in a different movement pattern. Sure, that might be a good idea. So all good insights. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the gym and we'll be doing some bench hopefully real soon. But I'm tired. Whatever.